A few weeks ago, I got an offer to edit this massive event featuring Imagine Dragons, and this project was completely on a different level than anything I have done before. So I'm just gonna show my experience working on this project, and I'll definitely show some of the important parts and give you a little breakdown. But most importantly, what I'm gonna talk about is project management and how you should work on a project like something big when you have to deal with 200 or let's say 300 videos. So it really gets messy and hectic to work on a project like this, but there are ways you can make it like make the process way smoother. That's what I'm gonna talk about on this video. So here, as you can see, my timeline. So actually this is an event video from Puerto Rico, and there were not only Imagine Dragons, there was Florida as well. So I started the editing with the, you can see from here, Imagine Dragons, and then I also edited for the Florida section. So there are some crazy stuff that I'm gonna show here. So before we jump in, I'm just gonna show you how I set up my projects. So first of all, I made a timeline. As you can see here, I have a timeline section, and somehow I just got an audio here, but it's not. It shouldn't be here. So in your timeline section, you should only have timelines that you have in a project. So I have all the footages. If I show you the all the footage I got from my client, you'll be able to understand. Like in a, I'm just gonna show you this one in here. You can see it's 113 GB, and here you can see 229 videos. So it's really difficult to work on this kind of projects where you have a lot of videos to go with. So what I did is I import all the footages into this timeline, and you can see there are different color for different videos, but I couldn't organize them in a proper way because of time shortage. Initially I only got 6 hours to edit this video, but then I just realized that it's not possible. Like I got around 200 GBs of footages, and like downloading and reviewing all the footages would cost me around 5 to 6 hours only, right? So how would I be able to edit this video in 6 hours? So I just talked to my client that it won't be possible for anyone to edit in a short time. So he gave me 18 hours to work on this. So I thought it's fair, so let's work. So I just spent 5 to 6 hours only reviewing and organizing the file. I'm just gonna show you another big project so that you can understand how I color every footage. So you can also see here one is main and another is footage. So here you'll see colors for like yellow for certain videos. It's also yellow but different shades for different clips. So there are more. You can see why we do this. Like when we are editing the video, we need to go through a bunch of video. We need to add a lot of videos. We don't really know where each video is located, right? So if you have them here this way, like if you change the color of every footage, you'll know where to find what clip, right? So that's how you should be working on a big projects. But since I was short in time, I couldn't do it properly. I just did it as best as I could. So then I just made this timeline and started editing. So I'm just gonna show you from here, this section where you can see that this performance ends here, or the song ends here, and then you'll see a nice transition which I made using sound effects and also some effects. Here you can see I made a cut on this section and duplicate it and also extended it into the next. You can see this is a different song and this is a different song, but which ends here, but I extended it to this part, and into this I applied reverb from this fairlight section. I think I should be able to show you this. So here, as you can see, all the parameters which I used for to achieve this reverb. So why I did this, just listen to this and you'll understand everything. Otherwise this would just sound abrupt, like, right? So I did not wanted that, and nor my client. So this is how it should how it sounds. So I think you got the idea. So here I used a whoosh, reverse flicker riser, and another reverse riser, and I used this same thing for all the different parts where I needed to blend different musics. So I'm just gonna play from here to give you an idea how the whole video is. It's not possible for me to play the whole video since it's 5 minute video. So let's just start it from somewhere in the middle, and I'm gonna show you some of the important parts. So here, actually, this part is really good. You'll see when I'm gonna explain this. So actually, this clip, if I extend this here like this, you'll see that this has different speeds for different parts. Like you can see here, 222 for this part, and for the rest of the part, it's only 43%. And we need to match this with the music as well, right? That's why I used a reverse, and also you can see the audio, the music is here, but I cut this part and extend it in both ways, and then I applied the reverb as well here. So it sounds really really amazing, like it matches the visuals with the audio. See here, and then there is a just you can see here a whoosh, and it was because of when this parts comes, you'll see some light flickering and a heat, and which I needed to convey through the music as well. See this? Okay, so actually they had plenty of footages from the event, and they wanted to include every footage, which you'll see later on this video. Like there are a lot of videos with this artist and guests. So I had to come up with this design to show this. I couldn't just show it in a plain video, that wouldn't look good. So that's how I did it. Like there are some cool animation and the images slides. So let's get into this part. Okay, we show this. So actually you can see there, it's not just you're cutting clips and merging it all together. You can see some of the clip has different speeds for different parts. Like this one is only slow mo, and this one has fast motion, and then it increases. And then we also work on the curve to make it smoother for every clips. And one thing I forgot to mention is when you are working with like a lot of videos, and these are not just simple videos, every footage is around like 1 to 2 GB or maybe more. So any system can lag when you are editing this or playing it, but you can see my playback is way smoother than how it typically looks. Like it would lag, and even my color grade is active here. If I show you this without color grade, you'll see how it looks, and with the color grading, it's still playing, and the playback is still way smoother. So you can see my color grading. I'm not gonna give a breakdown of my color grading here, but you can see the difference, right? It's something different than the original, right? So when you're working with a lot of files, and these are like 1 GB or 2 GB each files, so it makes it really really difficult in the playback. So what you do, you select all the footage. So you don't do it here, not necessarily. For your footage timeline, you select everything, and you make generate optimized media. That way it's gonna take up a lot of space in your system, but the playback will be just smoother. You can see, like, if I play the video from here, you can okay, I forget to do optimized media for this section, so it's like started to lag. But if I play it from here, you'll see the playback is 23.976, like 24 frame per second, and it's like playing way smoother, right? But for this section where I did not, just look at my playback. See what is going on? It's dropping the frame. It dropped the frame, and it's lagging. So if I do the optimized media for this section as well, you'll see the difference. Now you want to experience the frame drops, and just look at the playback. See how smoother it is. So you see how this part ends and another comes in, like how it blends all together. And here is the same principle applied as we discussed here. So I'm just gonna play this part once again so that you can get the idea. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. So you see this, this is actually a cool thing I come up with while editing this video. And also you can see I made a cut here on this song and extend it in both ways, like we did in probably this part. And I add a reverb here, and then you'll see the amazing thing which happened here. Like this is all black and white, and the reverb also goes with this tone here. And then all of a sudden you'll see this footage is also in black and white, and then it just comes up with all the colors. So it really goes with the edits here, the music and the visuals. I'm just gonna play this section once again. And also this is all a slow-mo here, which I did only 61%. And I even go into much more slow-mo, like 30%. But how it everything looks so smoother. And there is a trick for that. You can go to real time and scaling, even though I haven't used for this part because it was only 61%. But if you go into, let's say, 50% or less than 40%, you should select this optical flow, and then from scaling, not scaling, sorry, from motion estimation, you should select enhance better or AI speed rep better. But enhance better works well, so most of the time I use this one. So what it does, it makes the slow-mo way smoother than it typically looks. See? And for this section I started with the black and white, and I changed it with the color. When the slow-mo ends, the color comes back in. And how I did it, I did it in an adjustment layer. Look, we don't do everything in the main footage, because what if I don't like this or need to change it? It would be a hectic to get into this, like go into the fusion and remove the effects, right? So we don't do that. We just add a adjustment clip and do everything inside that clip. So I'm just gonna show you here what I did. So I just added a color correction, and from 0 to on, sorry, not 0 to on, it was 0 at 6, and from 6 to 30, the saturation comes back into 1. And from the spline I just made this smooth curve. But let's say we don't want this, so that we can just disable it or we can delete it. That's how easy it is. But if you do it inside your original clip, man, just forget it. You won't be even remember where you did what. So let's move on. So here we applied the same thing. I just drag and drop it. So yeah, this is also a benefit using this way. Like you can just copy the same effect and drag and drop it in your timeline anywhere you need it. So I'm just gonna skip these image sections. So here another no, from not here, from probably. So here comes another Imagine Dragons performance, and I started with images because I had more than like 300 images which I needed to include, but I couldn't use all of them. I just used maybe 100 or something, I guess, but I had to talk to my client to see all the important image that must needed to be included in the video. Then I worked on this. So here's another cool thing for image. It's not just like the image slides in. You can see it, all the cuts made in beats. You see this? Another cut, another beat, another cut, another beat. So it just sounds way better. So I'm gonna play it from here. And for the end of the video, we needed to uh, do something energetic. So here's what I come up with. And also there are a lot of sound effects to make that heat at the end. So if you like project breakdowns like this, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.